Today, and in the wood yard, it's a delivery day. I've got piles of wood, I've got a trailer, I've got a truck. We're gonna load it up and we're gonna take them down the road. Here we go. So today I've got a bunch of deliveries, 5 that I know of. I might get another 1 or 2. We'll get as many done today as I can, and I've got a bunch for tomorrow. So everybody wants wood, so I'm going to deliver. That's what we do. So this first load that I'm going to put on is actually my 3rd delivery. Somebody wants 2 face cords of just mixed hardwood, no pine, they said, just a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of different kinds of wood into the trailer, and I'm going to disconnect the trailer, and then we're going to fill the truck up with a face cord or 1/3 of a cord of mixed hardwood also, and then that's going to go down the road. We're going to come back and do that again, just kind of keep flip-flopping. So going to start loading wood right now. Today is a brisk, cold day. I got up this morning, it was 17 degrees. Right now it's probably about 25 or so. It's supposed to warm up today to about 40, 43 degrees, they said. So that'll be kind of nice. And we can get some work done. So I like it when it's in the 30s and 40s. Nice temperatures for working. So this first bunch of wood I'm putting in here is just a mix of stuff. There's some maple, there's some popple, there's some cottonwood, there is some box elder. It's just a little bit of everything. And then we're going to put in some better quality wood also. But I'm going to throw some of this in here because I got a lot of it, and they said it didn't matter. It's just for a fireplace. So there it is, wood. So there it is, a load of a little bit of everything. This is 2 face cords, or 2/3 of a cord if you'd like to say it that way. It is a bunch of cherry at the end here. Before that I put a bunch of maple on. Before that I had some birch, and I had some ash and a little bit of aspen. So it's a bunch of stuff. And this is going to a very elderly couple. They said the kids are buying it for their parents, and their parents in their upper 80s, and they said they love having their little fires by their wood stove. It's a small wood stove, and they're old people, and they said, please, no big chunks, just small stuff. So I specifically tried to pick things that were smaller sizes, and that's something that a lot of you in the past have asked about. And if you're new to the channel, maybe you wonder, why the heck are the pieces the size they are? Because 90% of the people I sell to want to be able to pick it up with one hand and put it in a fireplace. I used to sell big chunks because that's what I burned for heating. You know, the big all-nighter style pieces where you're just cutting the pieces in half or in quarters. You have to use 2 hands to pick them up, and I had people complaining that they were too big. So listen to my customers, and the business really took off after that, because people want wood they can handle. Because like I said, most of the people I'm selling to, they're burning it in a fireplace, and they want to be able to pick it up with one hand and put it in. They don't want big, huge monster pieces, for the most part. I mean, some people do, but this is generally what they want. So I'm going to disconnect the trailer now, and then we're going to load up the truck, and we're going to go deliver that load. I'm going to come back and load up the truck again and go deliver that load, and then this load will get delivered. So we've got a bunch of them today. I'm kind of juggling. So here we go. So now I'm going to deliver the first load. I'm going to deliver into the truck. It's for a face cord, and this person said they want a mix of pine and hardwood, and that's what I've got right here. There's a bunch of red pine, and underneath it there's a bunch of ash underneath it. So I'm going to put a bunch of that in, and then I'll probably go over and put some maple in too, or some cherry, kind of mix it up a little bit. So yeah, I get people that make requests for different kinds of wood, and I just get them what they want. You know, some people are real particular with wanting a specific kind, and then there's other people that just don't care. They just want it to burn. So I get all kinds of people. I like the people that aren't particular, because as a lot of you know, all wood burns. And I don't believe the myth, like a lot of you, like me, you don't believe the myth that if you put pine into your fireplace or your wood stove, your house will explode. Pine burns just fine, if it's dry, just like all other wood. And this wood is over a year old right now. This wood is about a year and 3 months old. This was all wood I got for free from off of ad on Craigslist. A guy cut down a bunch of trees and I went and got them all. So that's where this wood came from. I've already sold a bunch of it, but this is, I know there's probably a cord or so full cord here left. But this guy that's buying it only wants a face cord. So we're gonna put some pine in here, and then the ash is down below. I'll get at that. Right there, some ash just went in. So I'm probably gonna do like a 50-50 mix of pine and hardwood. There. Now I can face this way. So it warmed up a whole bunch already. Once I started chucking wood, all of a sudden somebody turned the heat up. It literally did get warmer out, but it also, from me, chucking rounds here, chucking pieces of wood, I warmed up a bunch too. It's supposed to be really nice the next week, they said. Just real nice average temperatures, no snow, no rain, no high heat, no extreme cold. So pretty awesome weather to be working outside. It's too bad you can't be here with me. So yesterday you saw Chris was here from Minnesota. He's a viewer just like you guys. And he said he's been watching my channel for over a year now. He said he hurt his back and was laid up for a while. And so he spent, he said, a lot of time just watching videos. He said he binged on them. And then he wanted to come here. And he's only ever cut wood for himself. But I think I convinced him yesterday that he needs to go into the wood business. He's a young guy, hard worker, ambitious, and he likes to do it. I said, you should get going on it. You could make some extra spare money, and it's like going to the gym and getting paid. Anyway, so he texted me when he was on his way home last night saying that he had a good time, and after he talked to his wife about what we talked about and how he should start a firewood business, she says, absolutely, get after it. So I think maybe she's got him convinced that he needs to do it, so that'll be awesome. So this is all ash right now going in here. There's a little bit of pine here yet, but I'm going to try to get this ash in here and then go to some other hardwood, put it in, because we'll have enough pine in here then. A little bit more here. Some more chunks of pine I'm going to throw in. I think that's enough pine. Now I better put the rest hardwood in to fill it up. So I'll go to a new spot. So now I'm going to go over to this maple here. Throw a bunch of maple in. And all I got to do is fill the bed of the truck level, and it'll be a face cord. Actually, a little more than a face, or a third of a cord if that's how you like to say it. Actually, there's a bunch of oak right here. So he's getting a little bit of oak in with this, which is okay. Getting close. Almost got enough. Just gotta fill it on that side a little bit. broke a pallet. It's a cheap pine one. There's another chunk of oak. Oh, losing my divider here. My pallet just tipped over. One more. There. There's a load of wood in the truck. Look at that. It's like magic how that happens. There we go. It is done. Down the road we go. My next delivery is for 1 face cord or 1/3 of a cord, and the guy wants mostly oak with a little bit of cherry for smoking. That's what he told me to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I've got a little bit of cherry right here. I'm gonna throw that in, and then we're gonna drive over there to where that pile of oak is right over there, and we're gonna fill up the rest of it with oak. So the trucking begins again right now. There it is, a spectacular, beautiful, tremendous, wonderful load of wood ready to go to its new home. So yeah, I just took oak from these big piles here because when I put it into the truck loose like this, I just need to get it level, and it's a face cord or a 1/3 of a cord if you prefer. So now we're gonna go dump this one off, and then we're gonna come back, hook up the trailer with the load that I put on earlier, and go dump that. Then we're gonna come back, and I think I've got 2 more trailer loads to do today. I think I've got a 2 face cord load and then a full cord load. So this one's next. Here we go. I am back from my last delivery. You saw the dump I just made, and now I need to fill the trailer full with oak. It's for a full cord of oak, and that's what I can fit in the trailer if I just fill it so it's level, pretty much as full as you can get. So I'm gonna start chucking wood, we're gonna fill her up, and we're gonna go dump this one. Now this next delivery is gonna be a very interesting one. I've been to this place probably 7, 8 times. They usually buy 2 loads a year. And it is the worst driveway in the world you can possibly imagine. It's on a curve, on a street that's downtown in one of the old streets, so it's a real narrow street to begin with. There's no parking on either side of the street, so when 2 cars meet each other, they're like right on the shoulders of the road. And it's because it's on a curve and it's in a neighborhood where these houses are all right next to each other, I have to go around the curve and then make a tight turn backing the trailer in. And then there's a wrought iron fence that runs down, I think one side, and there's a big oak tree on the next side. It's almost impossible to get into. The last 2 times I've delivered here, I had to have the people that live there go and find their neighbors and get them to move their cars because they were parked on the edge of their driveway, and I couldn't, it's so tight, I couldn't even get in. So it's gonna be a dandy. So it's one of those. So we're gonna load wood. There it is. A load of wood. It's a full cord. It's heaped up and it is ready to go to its new home. So now the obstacle course. I gotta see if I can get it in the driveway. There it is, a bunch of wood dumped. On to the next one. I can get out of the driveway. It's a tight one. I'm back in the wood yard, and this next delivery is the last delivery of the day. It's for 2 face cords, or 2/3 of a cord of cherry. There's one, and then there's 2 right behind the camera. So I'm gonna chuck it in and we're gonna go deliver that one. So the chucking begins once again, because chucking is what I do. There it is, another beautiful load of cherry going down the road. And this is the last one, so we're gonna go dump it, come back, disconnect the trailer, and then we'll talk. There it is, load of cherry dumped. Back to the fort we go. Funny thing about this is, I'm literally 2 blocks from where I store my wood. We'll go right through that direction, right over there, that way. Not even 2 blocks. That's where my wood yard is. I am back in the wood yard after my last dump you just saw. I backed up the trailer right to this oak right here because my first delivery for tomorrow morning is for 2 face cords, or 2/3 of a cord of oak. I'm not going to load it right now because I did a lot of wood today. My shoulders are a little sore. That happens sometimes because I do this a lot. And tomorrow I've got a bunch of deliveries too. So I'm just going to do it in the morning when I get here. I think tomorrow I've got either 3, I think I've got 3 deliveries tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to leave the trailer sit right here. I'm going to load up in the morning. Now the reason I'm talking right here is I was going to say something to you. Not the last delivery, the one before that, the delivery I did in that little bitty driveway, the people were not home. And I called them and I texted them several times today and got no answer, but they're repeat customers and they usually have someone at the house. So I just figured I would just go. So I went And I waited about 15 minutes and no one showed up. And I dumped the wood and I texted him and told him, I said, I'm dumping the wood, I gotta go to my next delivery and I'll come back later today and pick up the money. And then he just called me about 15 minutes ago. He said he ran back home because he was at work and he left money for me in his mailbox. So it's my fault for not getting it set up ahead of time, but that's what happened. So now I gotta run with the truck and go get a pile of Benjamins. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll be back in the wood yard. You should come back, it'll be fun. Between now and tomorrow, get outside, get cutting. Between now and then, poke some buttons. Tricked you there, didn't I? Good night, Irene.